Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I am at Monetize Talks in Beverly Hills, top of Mulholland Drive. Beautiful sunset in the background. You can't see it, but if you want to see it in person, check out monetizetalks.com. This is a monthly event, one of my favorite monthly events David Rivera puts on. So definitely want you to come out next month. My next guest is Nestor, who is going to be a featured speaker here, David tells me. So Nestor, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, man. Good to see you here. First thing first, how do you know David? Like, what's the connection? Where'd you guys all meet?
You know, when people say the people you hang around, it starts forming your own circle. That's how I met David.
Yeah.
I met David with Albert Preciado. And then
He's been on the show. Love him. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So I met Albert about 3 years ago, and then I met David for about, I want to say that about a year ago. And we got closer, and we have a lot of connections, obviously. But yeah, that's why I'm here today, to learn more from the wonderful people that he has always speaking here.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so Monetize Talks. Have you been to one of these before? Or is this your first one?
Yeah, this will be my fourth one.
Man, what keeps coming back?
The value.
Yeah.
A lot of value. I know it's like about like 15-minute talks, but man, a lot of fire. But aside from all that, it's like the connections. You know, there's a lot of people right here that are very doing a lot of very great things, and connecting with people like that is what opens up doors. So sometimes you're not able to get in unless it comes from a connection like this. So that's why I love what David does.
And you're an entrepreneur yourself. Talk a little bit more about what you do.
So I started my company. It's gonna be 5 years actually tomorrow.
Congrats, bro! That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm in the automotive repair industry, and I started as a lube technician. I moved the ranks up, and during COVID, that's when I ended up buying the company.
Dang.
And I mean, it's been wonderful. Can't complain.
Talk about that transition from employee to owner to entrepreneur. Like, what was that like?
I'll say the truth, man. It was very scary at the beginning. It took me a long time to finally make a decision. The former boss put me in a position like, hey, do you want it or you don't want it? And he said, you gotta make a choice fast.
Yeah.
So I was thinking small. He was gonna give me a percentage if I didn't end up buying it. I'm like, I was thinking like, oh, well, I'm gonna get a good chunk, about 40-50K. I can buy myself a Mercedes. But it was like, dude, you're so stupid. Like, let's try to figure it out. How can you buy it? And I ended up doing that. I went and asked the way. I didn't have access to credit. I was young. But I ended up lending money from a lot of people, and that's how I made it work. He worked with me, and I paid it off within 10 months.
Dang.
Yeah. But it's crazy how things worked. But I was gonna say the first 2 years, I got very comfortable because at the beginning, I started making good money. Never seen so much money in the account, and it's like, oh, let's start, spending, and it wasn't going a good way. And I think I needed that. I opened up my eyes, and that's when I started going to events. Started obviously investing in personal development, and that really helped my business to where I'm at today.
Wow. Yeah. So what kind of advice would you give? Like, if you could go back and talk to that Nestor that was just getting going, like in that first couple of years, let's just say, because everybody makes mistakes. Like, that's what we learn from. What kind of things would you tell him?
I would say that you need to plan things out and not live day to day. Yeah. Because I went from, being the employee day to day to being the owner day to day. So even though it was a business, I wasn't a business owner because the way I see business now is completely different back then. Back then, I was the manager, the assistant, the mechanic, everything. Now it's like, that's not a real business. You got to make a business operate without you. So learning all the stuff that I know today, I wish I would have done that right away. And I think I'd probably be even at a better position now. But I mean, it all happens for a reason. But I'm glad I just, had that moment where it made me open my eyes. I was like, hey, dude, like, you got to do something because it's not going well. So, yeah, that's, for me, it's like always get in the room, learn from people, learn from others, and people that have done it before. That's really, you can say that hack, to doing big things,
Yeah. What would you say to the new entrepreneurs that are out there right now? They're on the sidelines. They're thinking about doing it, but, starting their own company versus buying one like you did versus like just in general, what kind of advice would you give them?
Just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? I know sometimes we're afraid of failing, but you just got to go for it because what's the worst that can happen? I mean, it goes bad and you go in debt, but I mean, who cares? What about if it goes well? What about you're the next Elon Musk? It's like, there's two scenarios, but you gotta give it your shot. I think everyone in this world has great ideas. Sometimes that's what happens, that they're so scared of failing that they don't execute. And then they turn 40, 50, and it's like, damn, what could have been now if I would have executed that one idea, you know. So it's like, you just got to go for it, and obviously seek counsel. That's the biggest thing. Invest in yourself, and great things can happen.
Amazing. Last thing I want you to do, Nestor, look into the camera. How do people follow you? How do they connect?
So they can find me on my personal Instagram, Nestor Gutierrez, or my business is Rancho Express Lube Inc.
Fantastic. And for everybody watching, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Nestor, man, thank you for coming to the show.
I appreciate it.
And congrats on the 5-year.
Thank you.